How nice was it to get back out here? I know you guys do a ton in the weight room and stuff in the off season, but to get into kind of practice situation.
It felt fantastic actually coming out. I mean, it literally kind of felt like September already. I mean, having a 10-week off-season program and winter conditioning, you really do that, and you do that to come out to spring and really show what you're made of and kind of what you've been working for.
It looked like Derek Carr had a long message for you guys after practice. What was he telling you guys?
He was really stressing that all the little thing is all that matters. Nutrition, sleep, and that really spoke to me because that really is something I need to work on. And he was really talking about being the best you can possibly be. He was even saying, there's Pro Bowlers, there's Hall of Famers that aren't the best that they could have been, and when you're 45 years old, you don't want to be looking back saying, oh, I could have been this much better if I had only taken care of my body more.
What's that mean to you when a guy like that takes the time out to come talk to you guys and share some of that with you?
For me, it's huge. I mean, especially that, and I think that speaks a lot about our staff too. That because he had a lot to say about Coach DeRuiter, and being able to come out here and he says he watches us play and really follows us a lot, and I think just him being able to share kind of his knowledge of the game and his lifestyle was huge for us.
What did he say about Coach DeRuiter? That, I mean, obviously he's the guy who's coaching you guys. So
he couldn't stress enough how much he loves him and just how great of a coach he was and how blessed we are to have him as our coach.
We talked to Coach Wilcox obviously before this, and with the second year with him being the head coach, things are coming quicker for him. Patrick just said the same. For you personally, what's the biggest difference you notice in yourself, and then also this defense just the second spring?
We didn't really have to go over the calls as much. It just kind of came back a little more natural. I mean, we just kind of did like in our defensive line meeting, we just kind of did a brief. I think we spent like 30 seconds on each play, and all just kind of came back a little bit, and so we were able to come out here and just kind of install our main base defenses and for me, I think that was a big game changer last year. Was once I kind of understood the defense and kind of understood how everything fits in, where a guy's blitzing or coming in a gap and how that affects where I need to be. From there on, I didn't have to think about what I was supposed to do. It just kind of came naturally, and I could play a lot faster and a lot better.
What are your expectations for this defense in this year?
I think we can be a lot better than last year, and last year we took a huge step forward from the years before, and they're even watching back on the film, there are a lot of errors, a lot of mistakes that just real simple mistakes, stuff I wouldn't say it's easy to fix, because I mean you really have to focus on them, but I mean they're not talent problems. It's just being able to focus, and that was another thing that our whole off-season training was about, was just accountability and focus, because when you're going up against another team that's a 10, 11, 12-1 team, even if it's a close game, that's the lifestyle that they're living. They're not messing up in drills. They all have their heads in the game, and I really think our winter off-season we're able to do that.
What did you think of Lone?
Lone looks really good. He really looks good out there. I mean, he's got a big motor, real high energy guy, and he really came in and wasn't scared to be a leader. So I'm really excited to see what he can do with the pads on too.
He was moving out there.
He really was. He was.
How's the transition been from Coach Az to Coach Tuioti?
It's been great, because I really think this year is going to be a big step for us, especially with all of our guys coming back. And cause I think with Az, it was good for us, because he really stressed violence and being able to punch a bag and hit a guy. And Coach Tuioti is going to be a lot more technical and being able to read blocks, which I think kind of that combination with both of them is going to be a huge improvement. I mean, even after one day of just kind of some new drills and just kind of some new techniques, I've already felt a lot better with some of the blocks.
How is it to have Coach DeRuiter work a little more closely with you guys in conjunction with Coach Tuioti?
It's kind of interesting, just because I've never really been around him as much. I mean, he always led our team walkthroughs and stuff like that, and but it's kind of fun to see him up close and personal, and really coaching us firsthand.
It's kind of an interesting year, and I know it's early, but the Pac-12 loses a lot of really good quarterbacks.
Yeah.
You guys have a quarterback returning, and then a running back who really emerged at the end of the season. On the defensive side, what are you seeing from this offense and its potential this spring?
I really think that our offense can be really good this year, especially with our entire offensive line coming back, and even some guys that may not be starting, could still be really good for us coming in, giving guys breaks. And I think that's going to really be a huge key for us. And obviously, Pat coming back, is a huge deal. I mean, that guy was fun to watch last year from the sidelines. And I just think overall our talent's there. I think all the offensive guys work really hard, and I think they're going to have a huge improvement this year.
You guys will have their pro day tomorrow. Looney's had a really good draft kind of schedule season here. What have you thought about what he's done since school, and what his chances might be at the next level?
Yeah, I was kind of tried to be Looney. I mean, obviously he's a little quicker and just kind of different body type than me, but he took me under his wing, and I always tried to follow his footsteps. And kind of one thing he said is, he's also really gotten better with his diet and just kind of lifestyle, and that's kind of been hitting me too. So, I'm gonna go watch him tomorrow. So I can't wait to see what he puts out there.
He talked a little bit too. Do you see going into this year maybe a more vocal leadership role for yourself? Is that something where you think you need to kind of step in?
Yeah, and obviously being kind of being a vet now, going to be a junior. I really do think I need to kind of step in a leadership role and kind of try to be a voice of the defense. And we've got a lot of guys that have really kind of been stepping up this offseason.
Who replaces Loney as a smack talker? That's a really important question.
I mean, there's no one that can do it quite like him. But, I know Palmer likes to talk some trash. So it'll be a different year, but it'll be a fun year. Yeah.
Good stuff. Thanks.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.